I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It is a good Friday for multiple reasons. Number one, the Supreme Court decided to expand our gun rights just a little bit further. And of course, now this right here.
Roe v. Wade, right now, in this case, has officially been overturned. There we go.
Woo!
Yeah!
Woo!
Yeah!
We'll be talking about both in this video, which, by the way, will be going on both channels. So if you see this thumbnail right here, that means that this video, of course, this thumbnail means that this will be going on Gear Issue 33. And this one right here, of course, will be going on John Claymore. Now, guys, this is a little bit of an experiment right here. But as you guys are seeing, the Second Amendment has been expanded just a little bit further. Of course, as far as the Bruin case. Now, that video right there will be laid in the description box of this video from Armed Scholar. He did a very, very good job of actually detailing that matter a little bit better. But as you guys are seeing right here, this right here is the opinion from Justice Clarence Thomas, who, by the way, issued this on his 74th birthday of all days. So happy belated birthday to Clarence Thomas. I would have been on this yesterday, but the deal was this right here. I wanted to wait and see if Roe v. Wade was also overturned because I want to talk about this issue here. Because there is something that you guys need to prep for. By the way, it was absolutely genius considering the fact that all these social justice warriors who are screaming and hollering about gun rights being expanded, who, by the way, they're going to completely explode today, probably a little bit later on this afternoon. They're already exploding right now as I'm recording this video with all the crazy, stupid opinions they have. First of all, you do have a constitutional right to own a gun. You have a constitutional right to carry a gun. However, you do not have a constitutional right, unlike what Reuters is saying, to an actual abortion. And by the way, libs, you did this crap to yourself. You went from safe, legal, and rare to next thing you know, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, actual honest-to-God infanticide. And finally, the Supreme Court decided to step in. By the way, guys, to all you libs out there who worship Ruth Bader Ginsburg, yes, she completely disagreed with Roe v. Wade herself. Now, guys, before we get any further in this video, I want to kind of throw this out here. Like I said, I know I'm going in different directions here because this video's got two purposes. If you're from the state of New York, do me a favor, if you can, please, and this is not an insult or anything like that, I just want to get your honest opinion. If you come across this video, let me know if what you're about to see right here is 100% true, because I know some of the laws, but I didn't know the actual process in the state of New York to actually get a gun. Let's go ahead and roll this.
The Supreme Court's weighing in on that. The issue?
Whether the government must let residents carry a handgun in public.
I know a little about this conflict because I once tried to get a carry permit in my town. They didn't make it easy. This is 50 pages. The form says I must promise I know the definition of other weapons, like metal knuckle knife, a kung fu star. I don't want a kung fu star. I just want a gun for safety. It took hours just to fill out the forms. Then you have to go in person to police headquarters. Here they fingerprinted me, asked me to give reasons why I should be allowed to have a gun, and they charged me a $430 application fee. Half a year later, they told me, no, you may not have a carry permit. They said I could try again if I could prove a special need for a gun. And I tried that. I showed them threats on my life. Not good enough, they said later. Yet other people got permits. Big celebrities got them. So did the politically connected.
Friends of the ruling class, that's who gets it. Everyone else, you're out of luck.
I wasn't famous enough. But I probably would have gotten a permit if I'd bribed the cops in the permit department. Turned out they were taking
lavish gifts in exchange for gun permits.
So were some politically connected lawyers like this man. And a man with police connections was caught
Offering cops as much as $6,000 to issue gun permits without doing background checks.
In other places, a political contribution got people permits. Scams like that thrive whenever politicians pass too many laws. And wait, why do such restrictions even exist? I thought the Supreme Court already ruled that all Americans have the right to have a gun.
The High Court voted 5-4 that firearms are essential for self-defense no matter where people live.
But
many other courts have thumbed their nose at that Supreme Court ruling.
That's why Alan Gottlieb and his Second Amendment Foundation support this new case. Robert Nash and Brendan Koch sued after they were denied permits, and that case has now reached the Supreme Court.
Absolutely disgusting, absolutely sickening. By the way, guys, this part also tells me that This new ruling that the rhinos, of course, have agreed with the Dems on will probably get challenged in the Supreme Court as well. Also, something else, too. This case right here will also lead to more cases in the future on this. Now, to Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade was never intended to be a constitutional right. As a matter of fact, the law itself was basically, with overturning it, just sends it back to the states. I've done a few videos on this. There was never a constitutional amendment that allows you, or a constitutional right that allows you to actually get an abortion. Like I said, you went from safe, legal, and rare to 3 months, 6 months, and then eventually 9 months. By the way, it's also hilarious that this right here got overturned during a Democrats administration. By the way, of course, if anybody recalls, and don't worry, I'll leave a video on this. I'll leave the video. As a matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and kind of play it now.
I mean, so if somebody makes a broad allegation against you, what would you do?
Ask them to prove it, I guess.
Yeah.
Was the Anita Hill that testified on the Hill the Anita Hill that you knew at EEOC?
She was not the demure, religious, conservative person that they portrayed. That's not the person I knew.
Who was the person you knew?
She could defend herself, let's just put it that way. And she did not take slights very kindly. And anyone who did anything, she responded very quickly.
Didn't take 10 years.
It didn't take 10 minutes.
When it came time for him to publicly respond to the allegations, Thomas turned the tables on his interrogators and, for all intents and purposes, ended the debate.
This is a circus. It's a national disgrace. It is a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks who in any way deign to think for themselves. And it is a message that unless you kowtow to an old order, you will be lynched, destroyed, caricatured by a committee of the U.S. Senate rather than hung from a tree.
Why did you use that language? I mean, why a high-tech lynching?
If somebody just wantonly tries to destroy you, if somebody comes in and just drags you out of your house and beats the hell out of you, what is it?
What do you want people to think about those allegations? What is it important?
I really, at this point, I think most well-meaning people understand it for what it was. It was a weapon to destroy me.
There's what makes this entire thing so beautiful, is that you have Clarence Thomas, somebody who was actually persecuted, and I mean persecuted, by the current sitting president of the United States, Joe Biden, during his confirmation hearings. I mean, I wonder, who was Corn Pop? I just wonder, who was Corn Pop? Was Joe referring to Clarence Thomas during that entire during that little campaign she did about Corn Pop being a bad dude? Yeah, well, it looks like Corn Pop has kind of sort of stuck it right in your face, Joe. Clarence Thomas has been very, very integral. Of course, the Roe v. Wade decision was a 5-4 decision. It was integral in doing this under your administration. Like I said, guys, liberals, you kind of did this to yourself. And while Joe Biden is trying to push gun control, yes, Corn Pop is there to save us once again. By the way, the American people were eventually going to save themselves. But like I said before, don't you just find it genius that they decided to rule on gun rights first? By the way, there are more gun rights cases to come. The American hospitals case is coming up. You've got the school choice case coming up here. You've got a case involving religion. I'm pretty sure that the Democrats' agenda is going to be completely mauled by the Supreme Court here in the next few days. Regardless what these SJWs like Keith Olbermann say, that we need to dissolve the court. Regardless what they say, they are losing this fight, as you guys can see. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video on this little note. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with this little thing. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, sign up in the comment section. I want to get you guys' thoughts. I want to get you guys' opinion on this matter. Also, something else too, guys. There will also be, like I said before, links to both channels in the description box in the comment section. There'll be a video from Armed Scholar, and there'll probably be that full clip that you saw just earlier from Thomas Sowell. So make sure you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you guys later. Talk to you later.
I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne. Let my armies be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the sky.